Has any of you ever asked a question during a tough challenge or the storms of life that you're going through and asked yourself, what kind of solutions do I have right now at this point forward? And how can you actually solve them immediately? It's a very legit question, but let's be honest, especially with the previous video that I made about AI data centers and how we could use solar and nuclear energy, that would lower electric bills, water bills, and literally everything. But instead, we had to use wasteful water that everyone needs. That includes humans, animals, and yeah, everyone. Because water is just an essential element of the earth. Which, by the way, it's literally one of my products will be made known as Elements of the Earth. And guess what's on that list during my new Metro merchandise website? Yep. Journals and water bottles. And eventually clothes as well. But that's not the reason why we're making this video. My main reason why we're making this video is because there is an essential topic that's been on everyone's minds right now. And as you can see, there's political divide, there's outrage of overthrowing regimes, financial crisis, etc. That's why I say, take the golden pill, the revolution is now. And especially with the AI revolution going on very soon as well. Actually, it's already here. It's just nobody actually gave a full explanation why that is. Good news for you, during the next 3 videos besides this one, it will be talked about. Now, let's get into the solution. So, the main reason why these things were on my mind right now is because everyone is going through a tough challenge. Now look, regardless if you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter. Everyone has a life to live. But now the real question is, what can we do now? What can we do next? Especially when we do have time to confront these real challenges that they're currently facing. And yes, I know it's not ideal to make a video, but guess what? We don't have a choice. It must be talked about. And especially within the past few videos that I've watched and even created as well. And I know the sun is literally right on my neck, but we gotta stick with it no matter what. You see, as an innovator and an enlightened thinker, the best way to confront these challenges is to move forward. Because how in the world are you gonna be the most shredded man in the world and keep moving forward when you have everything going on? Well, you get it done. That's obvious, but that's not the real reason why that is, because those are platitudes. Those are actual platitudes. The real drive is to be better than yourself from last year or yesterday, or even the day before. That's a real thing. But another thing is the drive to be better. That's why solutions during a storm is the best time for self-improvement. It's the best time. Not the worst time, the best time. Because there's literally no other way but that one. And I think it's a long past time to let all these excuses get in the way. And there's this old saying that is from Arnold Schwarzenegger themselves, is never trust a naysayer. And I think back then, Arnold was actually hitting all of these bodybuilding titles when he was in his prime. And believe it or not, he is still as healthy as ever in his late 70s. But then there's another reason why Solutions During the Storm is the best time for development, is that it'll actually form the type of person that you are today. Yeah, it's pretty important. Yes, we all have dark past. Every single one of us has a dark past, me included. And every single content creator and entrepreneur, they all have challenging times. But without them, they wouldn't be where they are today. And that's saying something right here. That is totally saying something as humans, especially for the commonwealth of humanity. These are really important things, very important things to consider, especially with the AI revolution and AI race, which technically it would be kind of like the nuclear arms race, except it's with multiple companies. And I already touched this in the last video before. And I say that nuclear energy and solar together can literally change the industry, change everything. Because why in the world would water be at the top of the list? That doesn't make sense to me. And here we are still doing that. And look, it is better to fight for a common cause than to fight one another for endless, stupid bullshit. That's literally politics right there, in a nutshell. Okay, so what's the other solution during these tough times? And a tough challenge, and especially when it comes to really, really tough tasks that doesn't get done right away. Well, there is one more thing: forming your own path. And especially for someone that had an endless porn addiction and screen time. And as for someone that's been through all of that in his life and has autism and is still alive and survived the COVID pandemic and the COVID vaccine, I can tell you one thing: it is the will to live. And even Psycho-Cybernetics talks about it. If you don't have a will to live, then what are you doing? If you don't have the will to live and the will to survive, how in the world are you going to expect, anything to survive? Just saying, it's a very thoughtful question, but a very real thing as well. And it is very possible that it can happen. And then there's a lot that can happen. And look, especially when you have cars that go from one end to the other, you gotta have a functional society, or otherwise it won't survive at all. You gotta have a will to live and everything else that comes after. These are very necessary steps, and especially right now in a time like this. These are super important things. Not only is it important to consider, it's a very important thing to have. And I know it's pretty loud, but there's a final thought I want to get into before I end this video. So, my final thought on why we need solutions during a tough crisis, a tough conflict, and literally everything else, is because we need to have a will to live and a mission. Why do you think the military needs masculine men? It's because without them, society, nations, and empires die instantly or collapses. It's a very real thing. So, what's the common cause of taking out a powerful leader? Lusting after a promiscuous woman, or promiscuous woman, which is exactly what happened to the cartel leader of Mexico. That's exactly what happened. And you want to know why that is? It is because if you have a powerful operation, All it will take is one moment to take you down. That's what happened. And that's a problem. But at the same time, if you are one of the bad guys in this situation, then yeah, you're fucking screwed. In some instances, you could get arrested or get taken out back to hell or heaven, wherever it is, which means you're dead. That's what happened in that situation. But in similar instances, it could be bankruptcy, could be a family getting driven apart. Once you're at a very vulnerable stage, you're cooked. Especially if you're the president of that nation, kings, or emperor. It happens throughout history. And it happens every single time. Every single time. And unfortunately, guess what else happened? Bill Clinton went through a similar situation with Monica Lewinsky. For those of you that don't remember, Bill Clinton had a very successful presidency, and all it took was one scandal to ruin that presidency. Next thing you know, Dictator Bush came in. See what happened? See what happened? All it took was one scandal, and you're done. So the final solution to all this is that you have to remember who you are. Because during these tough times, you build a better you. And without nihilism, you become something greater than what you can imagine. And that's it for this video. Let me know how I did in this video. Like and share and comment down below and subscribe to the Alex Banister channel. There will be a new community and merch coming up, so keep that in mind. It will be coming up very soon. Take the golden pill. The revolution is now. We are counting on you to becoming the solution maker.
If you enjoy videos like this, and you're actually interested in videos like this one that just happened recently, do me a favor, like and share and comment down below and subscribe to this channel right here and right now. With that in mind, I'll see you in the next video, Innovator.